What's going on, guys? Just a quick note before I start. If you go to hostile.com right now, we got half off Bloodshot. I'm going to show you guys really quickly. If you go to the website right here, you see it's $38, which this is the Canadian pricing because it's just changed for currency. It is half the price right now if you go to Bloodshot and pick it up. It expires at the end of August. So if you're going to buy it, use it this month. It's the last of the run, and you guys are going to get it for half off. So pick it up now at hostile.com. Big Joe Palacios, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, likewise, man. I was excited to know that you both were going to be on this one.
I'm excited to talk to you after your season. It's been a big one.
Came and gone.
Came and gone. How does that feel? It's just like all like a year's worth of off season where you got real big, and then there was so much hype going into the shows, and then it just came and went, and now is there like an emotional dump now, or are you like doing good?
I want to be honest, it feels really good. Just simply, like I've always said, I think it's super important to have a life outside of bodybuilding, which is when the work is done, which is what I consider bodybuilding. You know, I love it, but it's still work. I have something outside of that to just like get excited for once the season's over. So I'm in a great place mentally. It's funny, man. I've been getting messages like, I guess I don't think I put off anything weird, but like people are like, "Hey, man, are you okay?" Like, I know it didn't go the way you wanted. I was like, "Dude, I'm fucking great. What the hell?"
Well, I think Joe, I think where that comes from, because I've been wanting to message you too about it. It's obviously not that you're doing bad, but
yeah,
there was a lot of hype going into Tampa, and you really built yourself up. Like you got out there and you did a lot of podcasts and you did a lot of media, and you really like kind of show people a blueprint as to like, if you want to get out there, like this is how you do it. And and then the show came, and we knew Nick was going to be a juggernaut. And more importantly than that, were you happy with your look? Because that ultimately, as a bodybuilder, like we don't control where the judges are going to place us. It's more like the shows I've done. It's like, what do you feel like about the way you looked?
So to answer this question, there's two different answers. Because the first one, if you're referring to Tampa, I was super upset at the final product, not because we did anything wrong as far as like peaking and stuff. I just had something, I took something that wasn't what I thought it was, and it put water on me that shouldn't have been there, because I was ready and I was peeled like 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
And we decided to throw it in. And again, it was mistaken for something else. And so with that outcome, finding out what it was, I was pretty pissed off that I did the work just for that to be the mishap. So when I went, I was happy with that I placed in third, to be honest, with that little handicap on my physique.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, okay, so I'm pissed off about that, but I have another chance. And I get to go, maybe I wasn't going to beat Nick regardless of that happening.
Yeah.
But I felt like I had a chance to beat James.
Well, before you skip over to Texas, can you, and before you kind of skip past it, I don't know how much you want to reveal or how much you want to get into it. Can you talk about at all what it might have been that was the hiccup? Can we to get into that or no?
Yeah, I don't mind. So pretty much my halo ended up being Anadrol.
Oh, fuck.
So it was pretty prevalent, like as I was posing, and even the judges told me after, like, Joe, we can see that you're conditioned, because as you were posing, you were getting harder and harder and harder. And I never sweat, Fouad. Every show I do, I don't sweat. I don't hold water. I'm known for coming in dry, dry early.
Yeah.
And when we were getting ready leading up, I was like, man, I'm getting out of breath easier. And I'm like, I'm sweating a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not normal for me, but I was so much bigger, muscularly bigger. And I was just trying not to overthink it. I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to stress myself out.
Right.
So I'm just going to let things ride out. And so when I got that feedback, And then I heard it from multiple people. They're like, Joe, we could tell you were conditioned based on what was happening on stage.
Right.
So you were just holding on a film of water that normally, like, you have deeper lines in this area, and
Right.
even the head judge Bill touched my lower back. He was like, Joe, this isn't fat. This is like it shouldn't be puffy like this.
Yeah, you could tell it wasn't
He,
fat. Like I knew
yeah,
I knew you weren't fat from looking at the photos going into the show. Like you could tell from
yeah,
your update photos that you weren't fat, obviously, but you could tell it was a film of water. But the funny thing is, a lot of guys, back in when I was competing, would use Anadrol to fill up, like to help get a fuller look on stage. But depending on how you peak is whether it's going to make you hold water or not. So people do things differently now with water manipulation when it comes to peaking. So the way things are done now with water manipulation, if you add Anadrol in, you're probably going to spill a bit, which is kind
yeah.
of makes sense as to how you look. Sorry, Suki, you want to get in? You had a question.
Yeah, in fact, I want to touch on the build up to Tampa because the reality is like, Tim Garner should be giving you a bonus, mate, because literally you were driving the promotion for the show. You were pretty much on every single podcast, something that I've not really seen any pro do, where they're doing loads of media, build up the hype, build up the anticipation, the excitement for the show. What was the thought process on doing all of these podcasts and the media for yourself? What was the thought process behind it?
I've always felt that the only thing that separates you from everybody else up there is who you are as a person. And so when you put a voice behind the body, it kind of gives you an image. And I always thought that was important because, to the average human being, right, they see a bunch of muscular guys up there like, well, how do they tell who wins? They all look the same. Well, that kills that off real quick because there's more than just muscle and striations and freaking posing trunks. There's a person behind that. And I think when you give those bodies a voice, people see you as more relatable. And it's like, damn, this is a normal ass dude like me. And I thought that was very important to get to know the sport a little bit better. We're not just vain people that are obsessed with muscle mass,
So Joe, would you say that your build up to Tampa was somewhat calculated, or were you just like, I'm going to take every podcast that people offer me? Or was it more like, I want to get my personality out there because I think people will relate to me?
No, it was more so, it just kind of, I'm a very easygoing guy. I said one of the best attributes I have is that I can acclimate to whatever situations are in front of me. And so, like, if someone extends an offer to do a podcast, like, why would I say no?
Yeah.
And then when that's where thought process comes in, I'm like, well, this is only going to benefit me if I do it. But there was no calculation behind it as far as like, okay, I'm going to start doing this, this, and this so that I could do this. No, but just saw it as an opportunity and just took it.
So listen, sorry, go ahead, Suki.
So I just want to jump on that, sorry, very quickly, on the last part. Because obviously the flip side to this is, of course, then you go up against Nick Walker, who arguably has one of the biggest fan bases in bodybuilding, and those guys will always try to defend their guy. And one thing obviously I saw when you were doing these podcasts is the response was very mixture. You had some people that are saying, yes, Joe should back himself. Why wouldn't you back yourself? And then others are obviously on the flip side. You got the negative comments. One, how did you deal with that? And secondly, did you regret anything that you may have said on any of those podcasts?
As far as handling it, like, unless you know me personally, I'm not going to take your opinions very seriously of me. And I didn't get any negative feedback from anybody that I felt their voice meant something to me. And then as far as regretting anything I said, no, because I still to this very day, I never felt that I was disrespectful because I never set out to be. And I mean, again, people are going to want to create whatever scenario they have in their head, but I know what I said. I know what I meant by everything I said. And so there's nothing for me to regret. I didn't attack anybody in my opinion. So I was just answering questions and using what I felt was my outlook on something. And there's no need for me to feel bad about that. It's just my opinion on things.
I want to go back I want to go back to the Anadrol because everybody knows I love Anadrol. So when did you guys figure that out? Like, because I know, obviously you and Justin work very closely together. Like, when did you guys figure out it was a problem? Was it after the show because you noticed the film, or was it like where did that come into play?
It was after the show when I got the feedback, and it was more of a like, I can't really pinpoint what it was until it was the third time someone told me I was holding a film of water.
Right.
And that the only thing I did different, and in hindsight, the same moment happened to me before Texas. And we were like, do we have access to this? And we found some, and I actually bought some. And I was like, man, like, I know this could be faked.
Right.
So is it worth getting 1 or 2% better or 50% worse?
Just leave it out.
And I just left it out.
Yeah.
So that was a moment for me where I was like, you know what? I've never been a guy that relied on gear anyway. So like, I don't need it.
Right.
This time around, we had 2 weeks to take it. And because I was so damn lean, we pretty much got to that point where I was like done pushing. Like I was flat, like detailed, like depleted as fuck. And then we decided to start slowly carving up. So at the same time we did that, we added the Anadrol, or well, fake Halo, I guess.
Right.
And it was, I could see that I was fading a little bit, but because I work out and I was doing cardio, it's like I would sweat it all out and almost be like somewhat normal the next day. Literally by the second day, not taking it, going into Atlanta, I was like 9 pounds down.
Right.
I dropped like 9 pounds.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we also pulled carbs back to just flush it out as much as possible. So it was, we didn't catch it early on enough because of the multiple variables that were happening at the same time. But when we got the reassurance and almost like realization at the same time, post show, stepping off stage, hearing the feedback, hearing what some of my buddies saw, and I'm like, fuck, man, I think I know exactly what the fuck it was. And then I told Justin, and he was like, yeah, man, I have a feeling that's exactly what it was, but we're going to play it safe. We're going to do this. And
so, So the 2 days and 3 days, like in the hotel room, is Justin there taking a look at you, or is he on the phone? Like, are you sending pictures, or is he there?
No, he was with me the whole time in both Tampa and Atlanta.
So 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it is, in a hotel room or Airbnb or whatever, he's taking a look at you, and you guys are carbing up and, depleting and carbing over the next, whatever, loading phase. He didn't, like, you guys didn't see at all in those 2, 3 days, the water's not coming off. Like, in not necessarily in the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because you're still probably training and all that. But like the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday there, are you guys feeling like as you're loading it's work, like everything is where it needs to be, or are you guys seeing something that's not there?
So what made it so difficult, remember, it's hot in Tampa.
Right.
And I would take the dosage before training.
Okay.
So I would start off the day a little leaner, tighter, drier.
Yep.
Take it all before an hour before training. I would train, sweat profusely, pose for rounds profusely, get harder, all that stuff. And then, so it was very hard to tell.
Yeah.
So, and that's where it was like, damn, like I understand how it wasn't caught, especially how we were doing things and the amount of posing I was doing and how hard I was training all the way through. So it's one of those things that was like, fuck, man, like I'm not mad at anybody. It's just, it's like, damn, like I knew that would happen to me someday, somewhere.
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
Exactly. And it was just a matter of when, and it just so happened it was this show. But I got a chance to redeem myself, so that was nice.
So the show, when you're there backstage now and you see Nick and you see James, I know was a little bit off at prejudge in Tampa, and he brought it back for finals. When you're there backstage now, when you're looking in the mirror, are you like, I'm holding a film, or you feel like you're on there and you're ready to go with those two?
I didn't get to see the Amir backstage in Tampa. No? They didn't really have them. No
way.
Mm-hmm. So in Atlanta they did.
They didn't have mirrors backstage. How's anybody like posing, looking at themselves? Like, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Well, just Justin looking at you backstage. Were you guys, did you guys feel like you're ready to go with James and Nick? Like you were on point?
I felt like I was never told that I was off at all.
Okay.
So it was really hard to tell. Like Justin could see once I got on stage under the lights, the water.
Right. Right.
So it was already too late by then, right? So I mean, there's nothing even before that, it would have been too late. So
were you happy with your placing, or did you feel like you could have been it's up or down anywhere?
I expected to be minimum of second. So okay,
I didn't.
was
Sorry. Let me just rephrase the question. I didn't mean happy with your placing that way. I meant like after the placings came out and you saw yourself, were you like, yes, I kind of deserve to be there, or did you feel like you got a bump that you shouldn't have got, or you were marked down that you shouldn't have been, like, or did you feel like you landed right where you're supposed to?
No, I felt like I landed right where I was supposed to once I saw myself next to James and Nick.
Okay.
Like once I saw the videos and pictures, I was like, okay, I can see why.
Right.
But I was like, man, if I had the water off me, what made me upset was I was like, I think I could have. It would have been close regardless, but I think I could have possibly edged out James until I saw the scorecard. But I don't know how bad that affected me as far as the water being there, how many points that affected me. But I was excited to go into, or do you want me to say anything else about Tampa before I go into Atlanta?
No, go ahead. Go keep talking. We'll work around.
So, okay. So pretty much I was upset after Tampa, but I right away talked to my team and said, this is what this is what I've been told. This is what I see. This is what I think it is. Is it worth doing Atlanta or should I wait to Texas? Mm-hmm. And then they said, you know what? Let's sign up for Atlanta because I feel like you're right in what you believe is what's happening. And we're going to know in the next like 2 days. And I was. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I obviously signed up on Sunday. We went to Atlanta. And already by the second day, I was super excited. Okay, we figured that shit out right away. Right. I don't have to like crazy diet myself into eating any tissue just to try to come in like or get off whatever possible fats there because we weren't 100% sure. So we figured it out real fast, and then that got me excited. And then by Thursday, I was like, okay, we got it. we're there. Whatever happens, happens. I was like, no matter what, I won't be upset. Like even if James beats me, Regan beats me, I'm not going to be upset because this is what I expected to bring to Tampa. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, now I know there was no stone unturned, and I brought what I could.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened, So when they didn't move me around, they had me in third, and then they didn't move me around at all. And I saw where the judges were looking. I was like, okay, pretty much, unless they decide to move Patrick because he did have better shape, like way better shape than me. Yeah. I was like, I'm obviously like, I don't want to assume I'm stuck at third, and I don't want to slip to fourth. So we played it very safe. And I remember seeing, I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, James posted an update and these green trunks in a posing room. And I was like, holy shit. Like, if I beat James, that's going to be fucking dope. But if James beats me, he fucking earned it, like 100%. Like that's a different game. And I told him that too.
Yeah.
And I was super excited for him. I was happy. Regan, like I look at Regan and I still think I brought a better like package, but his shape was just way too pretty. Like it's gonna be very hard for me to beat a shape like that when I'm the odd man out with my shape, whatever you want to call it. So overall, I was extremely happy, and I was able to walk away with my head held high after Atlanta because that was the look that I believe I could have brought. And I was, if it matters numbers wise, I was 247 in Texas Pro last year. This year, I was 258 on stage. So what I said I was going to bring, I did bring. And obviously, there's still more work to do. But as far as like what I like, as far as the physique and stuff, and what I always imagined myself looking like, I was just super, super pleased.
When you look at it now you had a couple days to like think about it since the show. Are you happy you chose to do Atlanta, or do you wish you would have waited and done Texas?
Oh no, I was happy I chose Atlanta. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
You
just
don't think the
because
extra you don't think the extra week would have done anything different?
no, that's and hence why I didn't do Texas. There's nothing I could do that I would have wanted to do going into Texas from Atlanta.
Suki, you want to jump in? I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was at Atlanta. I remember our finals. I went over to catch up with your coach Justin, and he was going to share me his thoughts of where he had you in that lineup. He was talking about top two, and it sounded like already there the decision was already made that you were not going to do Texas. Obviously, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, James is not going to do Texas, and Regan and Patrick, with the greatest respect to him, are hit and miss.
Yeah.
And I still felt there was an opportunity that as Joe got better from Tampa, he could do it again at Texas and potentially overtake Regan. We saw that way over to Quinton in
Right.
Texas after losing Tampa. So, what was, I guess my question there is, what was it always going to be the plan that when you do Atlanta, you weren't going to do another show? Was it just based on let's see how the cards fall?
When they gave that second place to Regan, like me being what I know is my best, like what I could bring, I was like, it was just kind of pointless for me to do Texas. They're not going to give it to me. They prefer his shape. Like, because I don't think Regan was even fully on myself.
No,
I was there, you know?
he
And
was.
so I think that, I mean, if he gets worse than that, I mean, that's on them, but I honestly don't think he will. I think that's damn near impossible. Like he wasn't terrible, nothing, not saying that. I don't want to make it sound like that. He was good. He's just not the, he literally, he could just tighten up a tiny little bit more and he beats my best look. It's the shape thing. Like it's too pretty and they're going to go that direction 100%. Because
So
if I
you
couldn't beat this version of Regan, I'm not going to beat the Texas one.
so you basically summarized it in your mind that this is your best and it's his 90.
Yeah,
So
100%.
yeah, I mean that makes sense. I do like Suki's thought process on it though, that like, I mean, you play the game, right? Just in case, but I understand I understand where you're coming from. I would have liked to see you go into Texas and like have at it one more time. You know what I mean? Because like you never know, different judging panel, one different judge can change things. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I don't think, and I agree with you, Regan, and I agree with Suki. See, Regan was not at his best, and he's very hit and miss on stage. He doesn't always nail it, and you were only getting better. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, it's only 11:30. You still have a few hours to sign up. Maybe, maybe change your mind.
Yeah, you see, like so even say look at say I would have done it. Say it's like, oh shit, that one judge made the difference and make it to Olympia. I initially said when I very first started out, like I'm a realist, and if I see things for what they are, like my goal is to my very first Olympia to place top 10.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that this year, regardless of what happens in Texas. And there's nothing wrong with being outside of that top 10, but I set myself to higher goals, high standards.
Right.
And I just really want that for myself, my first Olympia. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not there yet. And, I still got a lot of work to do. And eventually I still believe I'm going to get there. I just need some more time. And it's just not yet.
Joe, do you mind if I get, I want to ask you something that I think that the viewers are probably thinking.
I bet I know what you're gonna say.
And it's probably not, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I kind of want to ask you what the viewers are probably, that might be in some of their minds. Your thought process now, like what you just said, is very different than the Joe we were talking to a month ago. So is it that you thought your physique was somewhere it wasn't, or what is different now? Is it just that the shows happened and you were able to like get on stage and battle out, and now you're like, this is where I'm at?
Well,
Because
remember, I said I believe him at a certain level, and I was just shown factually that I'm not yet. So,
right,
I mean, I truly believed everything I was telling you guys, but I'm
right,
also a realist. So when I see what's in front of me,
right,
shit, I guess I was wrong, and that's okay.
right.
Like I don't take back anything I said. It's just a matter of like, okay, now I know where I stand, and
Dude,
so there's work to do.
that's a really like mature fucking way to look at it. You know what I mean? That's really cool of you to say that, because like a lot of guys wouldn't. A lot of guys would come on and make excuses and do this and say that, and you're like straight up about it. I like that, man. That's Go ahead, Suki. Sorry.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No, because like Joe showed that after
Yeah.
Tampa, Atlanta with his Instagram stories, where we saw many podcasts afterwards, people saying that they're a fan of Joe because of his transparency, his honesty. After both shows, he paid respect to the guys he lost against, because that's the guy he is, and I think you definitely your fan base has definitely grown
Yeah.
since Tampa. And you know what? I would love to see more people can back themselves and show your honesty.
I
Uh,
appreciate that. No, that's why I said there's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. But when reality shows you where you're at, accept it. Like I don't feel sorry for myself. I mean, I love what I do. I love the process. I love bodybuilding, and it's just, you mean to tell me I just need more time doing what I love to do? Cool, that's fine. Like I'm not trying to get anywhere fast. I'm just trying to get there, and that's when it's time. It's time. If it never happens, at least I know I give it my all to try to get there. But I believe that I can, and that's how I'm going to stick with it.
So what is the plan now? So you not going to do, we can't talk you into doing Texas. So,
Austria.
I'm not done trying. I'm probably going to try a couple more times before the end of the podcast. But are you going to be in Texas at all, or no? You're at home.
I'm in Texas right now.
Oh, you're in Texas right now. Oh, good.
Yeah,
So I'm
so
going to see you.
my wife surprised me and went to that Atlanta show. And literally the day of the show, she red-eyed it. And I literally was in tears. when I saw it, because I
Wait.
thought,
Back up, back up. You can't just throw that in there. This is a whole new story.
Oh, I missed that.
So you're telling me your wife wasn't supposed to be in Atlanta and she showed up and surprised you?
Yeah, so her parents came back from their trip. They knew how much it meant to me that she was there, and she asked if she could watch, or they could watch Jax so I can focus on the show,
Right.
and that she doesn't miss it.
Right.
And yeah, literally, I think it was maybe 2 hours before prejudging. I'm sitting down on the side, just hanging out with everybody, and I'm on my phone, and they're like, "Hey, Joe," and I look up, and there she is walking in.
Oh, way.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It felt like that's what I meant when I said, no matter what happens at this show,
Right.
I am so blessed and so grateful to have all this around me. Like you can't take this away from me. And so I teared up, man.
Yeah. Can I tell you a crazy story? I don't think we realize how important this is going to, I'm just going to take us off on a tangent for like 2 minutes. I don't think we realize how important like our partners are to us. When I was laying in the hospital after my motorcycle accident, you could see, how above you have like your vitals, like your heartbeat and your blood pressure and all that shit. Right. My wife would be like, I'm going to go down to the lunchroom and get something, blah, blah, blah. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And my brother was there with me. And I was like, okay, cool. So she would take off and she goes down to get like a lunch or whatever. And I'm expecting her back. She just went out to get a sandwich. So I'm expecting her back in like a couple minutes. Well, time's ticking. It's like now it's been 10 minutes and it's been 15 minutes and I'm there with my brother. I can't talk. I got like a tube in my mouth, like in my throat. And I'm just like using hand signals for stuff. And so now like 15 minutes has gone by and I'm starting to like, I'm wondering, where's my wife? Like, where is she? Like, I want her to come back. And I'm trying to like signal to my brother. He's like, I don't know what you want, dude. He's getting me like a wet rag for my forehead. He's getting me like ice cubes to like, because I was getting hot and stuff. And I'm like, I'm trying to signal that I want my wife, like go get my wife. And my vitals start going like up. Like now my heart rate's going up. My blood pressure's going up. Like everything's going up. Dude, she walks in the room like 5 minutes after all this is going on. And immediately my heart rate went down. My blood pressure went down. Everything went down. And I just thought to myself, what would it feel like if I was sitting backstage at a show about to compete with James and Regan and like trying to put it all on the line. and the pressure is high, and all of a sudden my wife walks in when I didn't expect her to be there. It's kind of like,
see, I'm sorry to tear up right now because I'm reliving that feeling.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to relate to that feeling that you're talking about, and I'm imagining that your pressure just went like, it was like somebody like released the valve, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, whatever that feeling you get before a stage is, whatever you want to call it, none of it mattered anymore. I was just so grateful. Like, I was just so, I'm telling you, that's why, like, my head was held high. It was like, yeah, no, you know what? Like, no matter what the fuck plays out, it's meant to be that way. And there's nothing that could take away from this moment right here. And it just goes to show how important it is to have somebody with you by your side and how much they do mean to you. Yeah, like, you know, people don't, I mean, I don't think most guys can even cry on the end of a prep. So when those came, I was like, what the fuck?
Zero emotion.
Yeah.
And the estrogen is so high, you're just like, yeah, you're dead inside.
Like, where the fuck that come from?
So your nickname is Fat Joe. I have to know because people know me as the food guy also. I'm sure you didn't pick out after Tampa because you knew you had Atlanta coming up, or maybe you did. I don't know, you can let me know. But after Atlanta, was there a night out? Like, obviously your wife is there too. So like, where'd you guys go? What'd you eat? What was the first thing?
So I never, it's definitely picking out to regular people.
Yes.
But after the show, the one thing I got was an energy drink. I know it sounds fucking wild, but I love energy drinks. Okay. I wasn't allowed one for this show. So I had an energy drink, and then we went to Cheesecake Factory. And then I ate like 3 or 4 of those like loaves of bread that they give you with a bunch of butter. Yeah. And then I had they had these like little meatball sliders.
Yeah.
They're so fucking good. So I actually ordered an order for my wife and myself, but Justin was there. I was like, fuck it, I have a lot of food coming. So I only ate one. I sacrificed the other one for Justin. Right. And then we had avocado egg rolls. I had 2 because the fiber kind of fucks me up after a show. Yeah. So I just had 2. And then I had a big plate of orange chicken with 2 mounds of white rice because for some reason I was craving rice. I know it's so wild, but I think it's because of what I had to do to get the water off going into Tampa. I mean, to Atlanta, because dude, I'm 260 pounds on stage almost, and I'm eating 4 ounces of protein per meal leading up to the show or the day of the show, 150 grams of rice.
Oh, that's it. It's like half a cup.
I was fucking starving, so I just wanted a bunch of rice. And then I had the red velvet cheesecake, and then my wife had the Oreo overload one, and I finished that. So I was up only. Oh, and then the next day, my stomach was so fucked up. I only ate bodybuilding meals. I couldn't eat anything. So I ate regular the next day, and then I haven't had anything since. But in Tampa, I didn't get anything. After I got off stage, because we had to get the water off me and everything, my last meals I had 2 meals after the stage. It was chicken and rice. I think it was 8 ounces of chicken and rice, 8 ounces of chicken, 150 grams of rice, 8 ounces of beef, 150 grams of rice.
Right back to
No, I'm lying. It was chicken and rice, and then chicken, no carbs at all. That's what it was.
Crazy.
Yeah, right back to work.
Saving yourself for the heavyweight bars this weekend, right?
For real. Actually, he has a Fat Joe bar waiting for me.
I know.
I'm supposed to go out for IHOP with Ken after, was it IHOP? Where the fuck I think it was IHOP. I'm supposed to go. Were you on that podcast? You were on that podcast with me and Ken, weren't you?
The cinnamon rolls thing, remember?
Yes. We're supposed to go out for IHOP on Saturday night, I think.
So here in Texas, if you want to actually get really good pancakes, there's a place out here that, dude, we're talking like, this is some of the best pancakes I've ever had in my fucking life.
Okay.
What is it called, Paul? Oh, he's going to figure it out. I'll let you know because I would say fuck IHOP and you should go to this place instead. Because we plan on going, all of us. We haven't figured out the day yet, but if you guys plan on going, then...
At post show, we're going to have a pancake off.
Wait, are we going to have time? Yeah, we do, right? Sunday?
No, not
We're
Sunday.
leaving.
Not Sunday.
What the?
I'm leaving Sunday morning. Saturday night. Let's have a
Oh
pancake.
no, they're
Pancake.
okay. I was gonna say they're gonna. We're gonna leave Saturday or Sunday morning too, but they're not open at night. They're a brunch spot, so we can go somewhere else. Fairview Farmers. But the place is called Fairview Farmers. If you want to try it without Ken, I think Fouad, like
I
I'm
want to
telling you,
know
bro.
if Fat Joe is going to challenge me to a pancake off. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, I'll challenge you to a pancake off. I hop pancake off.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Hey, have you talked to Nick at all since the show? Like, do you guys talk at all? Do you DM back and forth? Anything?
It was very, very, very brief.
Okay.
After the show, he told me about he was one of the people that talked about that water, getting the water off.
Right.
And then pretty much said we were good and that he was gonna roast me on his podcast. But that was it, essentially. Oh, and then he asked me about what gym I was training at the day after the show.
Yeah.
I think it was the day after the show. Oh no, the Monday after the show. There's a gym called Counterculture in Tampa.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of old school equipment. Like it's small, but it's pretty fucking cool. You'd like it.
Yeah, yeah. I like that old school shit.
Can the Nick you went up against at Tampa, can my Nick challenge for the Olympia title?
Man, as much as I want to say yes, I still think like don't get me wrong, you know, his shape kicked my shape's ass. Like he definitely has way better shape than he's ever had. He looked incredible. Nick really did look incredible. When I saw him, I was like, fuck, man. Like, that's why I said when I said in the story, like, I wanted the best version of Nick, and I got it. Like, that was a great Nick. Because of what I've seen happen with Derek in Pittsburgh, with Andrew at the Arnold, I just don't see it happening. And I don't want to sell him short, but I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, I don't know what he can do for him to be the favorite to the judges. I really don't. I'd love to see him win it.
Can I have this debate with you?
Yes.
I'm just going to play the counterpoint to it. And I'm not saying you're wrong. You are right. The judging since like 2012 has slowly been leaning more and more heavily towards aesthetics. Like I know people say like the open class is about mass, but it's kind of not. It's almost like mass and you still have to be aesthetic. So, but according to Tyler, and I'm only using Tyler's words as my kind of measuring stick, the reasons Nick lost was kind of stomach control. And the one thing I saw in Tampa, and I don't know if you'd witnessed this at all in person, but the one thing I saw in Tampa is not only that his waist looked a little smaller, it was more that he had control of it from the moment he walked on to the moment he walked off. So I don't know if that will be the difference maker. That's the only reason I'm saying that he has more of a chance now than he had before Tampa, before we saw what we saw in Tampa.
Yeah, I definitely think he's definitely going to be someone to be reckoned with. It's just, I don't see the other guys getting any worse.
That's true.
And that's where it's like, okay, look, for example, I just got better, in my opinion, from 1 year, you know, but look at what James just did, you know, so a lot can happen in all these physiques. You know, I made this statement to my boy Paul the other day. I was like, you know what's fucking wild, Paul, is like my physique just beat the best Patrick Moore we've seen.
Yeah.
Patrick Moore was 10th at the Olympia how many years ago?
Right.
That would put me at least minimum 9th in the Olympia. And am I in there?
That's some hard bodybuilding math.
Okay. We'll say I went against him and that's just where I was. Oh, let's just say I'd be in the Olympia right now because he made it at some point. I will put a number.
Right.
And it's like that's how big or how much better those physiques that were still in the era of him in the Olympia have gotten.
Yeah.
So we're talking this is the top 5 now too. It's not like they're going to let up unless Father Time takes his course, you know, but it's when you see one guy elevate, you better expect everyone else to elevate around him. And so at that level, so
it's interesting. I see, obviously we've seen Samson grow immensely in the off season. We don't know what it's going to result on stage. How much do you think Derek has improved? Because Derek was, I know for all the complaints about, his arms don't have a lot of detail or his chest doesn't have a lot of detail, whatever. He's very, very good from the back and side. And from the front, his shape is really nice, even if there's not a ton of detail. But how do you think Derek, have you seen, because you post a lot of clips, have you seen Derek's improvements, or what do you think he's going to bring that's different?
So I saw Derek walking around in a stringer at his gym, and I'm not going to say anything about like conditioning or detail because I don't really see it much. I didn't see much.
Yeah.
But he was fucking big. Like, I was, holy shit, this guy's fucking big. Yeah. So he's definitely up there in size, man. Like, I don't think size is going to be an issue. And I mean, the only thing you could really take away from him is that detail. But I was just shown that, you got really good shape. Conditioning is only matters so much. Like, Derek has such good proportions and flow, and his posing is good. And like, he may not have the lines that a lot of these guys has, but he has a lot of other great attributes that could overshadow the fact that he doesn't have lines in his fucking chest. Well,
so yeah. I mean, and look, I think the only thing, and I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I think the only knock on Derek's physique personally is just the detail in the upper body, and that's only from the front. Yeah. The rest of his physique is almost fucking perfect. He could use a little bit more hamstring, but like, he's very, very good. I'm just wondering, like, with Samson, it was okay. He needed a little bit more back and a little bit more conditioning. So are we going to see that? We don't know. So I'm just wondering what you thought Derek would be bringing that would be more, or be able to compete with Samson's size or Andrew's newfound condition or Nick's stomach control. Like, all these things are improving, right?
Yeah. If you were to ask me right now, like, based on what I've seen, I still think that that Derek has the upper hand. I still do. Okay. And I'm telling you, just because from what I've seen in my own physique, based on the last two shows, is that again, not knocking on what Nick just did and his shape looking so much better, but Derek's has always been good, and he's only getting better as well. So it's like, shit, man. Like, it's like, say, it's one thing if here's Nick and here's Derek and now Nick's here, but Derek decided to do this too.
Right.
So it's like, shit. Like,
I got it. Yeah. Yeah. So
what is it? Hard work beats talent unless talent works hard. Like, Nick's talented, but Derek's just got that little bit more where it's the shape is God given, like, it's going to be fucking hard to beat.
Yeah. More importantly, speaking about you, what is in store now? What do you think when you look back at Atlanta, you look back at Tampa, all of us are kind of the same. We pick apart our physiques. What do you think you need? What do you think is going to be the off season? What is the plan for next year? Have you talked about any of this, or is it just like, I'm just not looking at anything right now?
So we actually had a conversation yesterday, and I'm not, this isn't set in stone. These are ideas, right?
Sure.
The main two things. You're not going to see me become Fat Joe anymore. Like, my physique won't get past. Me and Justin said, no matter what, like, I'm 265 right now.
Right.
You won't see me past 280, 285.
I think it's smart.
And then on top of that, I need to bring up my sleeves, but instead of forcing size, I just need to let time take its course. And so still focus on that. I'm going to hit legs twice a week. That's the goal, or that's what's going to get done, to try to balance things out as much as possible. But because we're not forcing size, I need more time. And I may take up to 2 years before you see me on stage again. Only reason being is I've only been this big for so long.
Right.
And I need more muscle maturity. With that comes better separation in my muscle bellies, in my legs, in my whole body. Skin will get a little bit thinner because I stay a little bit leaner. Even my elasticity of my skin may tighten up a bit because I won't expand so much. And I just think right now, like the whole Martin Fitzwater approach, you may not see me get bigger per se, but just way better quality at a similar
Right.
size on stage. And I think that's the best approach. And on top of that, do the traveling and appearances in places, continue building the fan base and showing up for events and stuff, and just promoting myself as Joe the bodybuilder, not just the competitor, like.
Right.
So that's kind of the last thing we spoke about. And yeah, father time is the main factor right now.
I think all of that is a good plan. My personal opinion is I don't think I ever noticed like you had a problem with skin texture or your skin being thin enough. I think being lean will be helpful in keeping your waist tighter or making it even smaller. And I do agree with you, the father time thing about the legs, because when I look at Nick's physique, for example, we always harped on doesn't have a sweep, doesn't have a sweep, doesn't have a sweep. And he's just been pounding away at his legs and you see him, you post the videos, he's doing hacks and he's doing real slow and he's doing this, he's doing that. He's trying all these different angles and all this different stuff. And now it's finally like and everyone's like, oh, it's not working. It's not working. His legs are never going to grow. All of a sudden, in Tampa, to me, his legs look thicker. Like they look better than previous at the Arnold.
Yeah.
Just that short amount of time. So, and it could be an illusion, a symptom of the waist being a little tighter, but to me, it looked like the legs were a little thicker. So I agree with you that it is a time thing and a priority thing. It's going to suck not to see you on stage for 2 years, though, dude. I was hoping
that's something.
You'd be in
that's
Detroit
for sure.
I was hoping you'd be in Detroit in July.
So the original plan was we were talking about possibly doing, depending on. So it's in July now. That's the first time I heard of the.
Yeah, we moved.
So we were thinking about either doing the Cal or Detroit, and it just depended on when Detroit was. But then when I really assessed the physique, like you said, like when I got that video and saw what I looked like on stage and was really happy with what I was seeing, I was like, man, like there's not much I can do other than everything I just stated. And I was like, I really saw Martin elevate his physique by taking the time, not necessarily get bigger, quote unquote, but to just get better in general as a mature physique. And I'm like, there's only so much I can do for my waist. Like, it's not like I have a bubble gut. I just have a wider waist. So
yeah,
just keeping tighter year round and slowly building on my quads compared to, like I said, forcing muscle on through feeding up and, just all this stuff. Like, I think this is going to benefit me. But I don't know if it's going to take 2 years. That's just like the longest I will take off.
Yeah. Is it going to suck not being able to eat whatever you want?
I mean, you can within reason, right? So like, everything's for the most part, I've only done the cheat meals because I had to force food at a certain point. Right. So I really don't like. I'll always do the date nights with my wife and stuff, and balance that out. But like knowing that we have I guess for lack of a better phrase, like a weight cap, and knowing where I need to keep my physique, it's gonna be kind of easier to just kind of throw those in there and still enjoy myself, but just. The Fat Joe thing is just because I had to force food. Like the last 6 years of my career, I've had to force food. So it's going to be kind of nice to not feel so shitty all the time.
Dude, we're going to have to find a new nickname for Joe. It's not Fat Joe anymore. We have to find a new nickname for you.
I'm the machine now.
You've evolved. You're the machine. The machine.
I'm the machine.
Okay, that
works. Joe, I just want to finish off on my side. Like, you did all those podcasts, and your fan base got bigger and bigger after Tampa, after Atlanta. We know when people then go into the off season, we're not competing. It's not as glamorous on the social side than when you're on prep. So you've done all that work now. Your fan base has got bigger. Have you got any projects where in the end you commercialize yourself, you stay engaged with that fan base that you've built over that 4-month period? Because now you have that momentum. You've got people who are now just, what, I'm Team Joe.
What's funny is we talk about capitalizing on opportunities and seeing things like what's happening in the moment and kind of taking advantage. So like during this prep and because of all the podcasts and stuff, people started watching my stories more. And they're like, okay, who's Joe guy? My following started going up more and more. And I was like, there was advice given me a long time ago that I just never really I was being lazy. I'm like, I live a regular life as a bodybuilder, but people want to see that shit. And so I've been picking up my phone, showing every fucking meal I've been eating, doing little fucking trips here and there, literally just talking about what the fuck I'm doing. And my views got even higher.
Yeah.
So literally just vlogging on my phone every single day has heavily uplifted everything. So you continuously do that, just showing your life and focusing on that compared to competition. People want to see that a lot more too. Literally, you know how many people would love to see me eat pancakes with Fouad?
Yes.
Like that would do so much better than me fucking stepping on stage. Like I swear to God, that's just what people want
No,
to
you're
see.
right, dude. Listen, if we've all watched. Okay, well, actually, I'm going to date myself here, but watching the Ronnie Coleman DVDs, I would literally fast forward to the part where he was like making his meals. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I know you can fucking dumbbell press 200-pound dumbbells. Show me what you're fucking eating for breakfast.
Man,
It's
when
like,
you had his
yeah.
legs kicked up on the couch eating grits, remember that? It's like, yeah, that's the fucking vibe.
I'm like, I actually think I started eating my meals that way. I like kick my leg up on the
Yeah.
couch and like have a bowl of fucking slop. Just
I
fucking
was watching the movie with my wife, Creamer Rice, same shit last night.
yeah.
And I remember watching that and be like, man, I want that. I want
Yes.
that.
Yes. All right. Well, Joe, I don't know. Suki, you have anything else to add?
I'm all good. All good, Joe. All good.
Joe, I appreciate you coming on, brother. I'm sure we'll do a lot more podcasts in the future. I love having you on Bro Chat.
Sir.
But I appreciate you coming on real quick and kind of give us a rundown and recap of your season. Listen, I wish nothing but the best for you. If anything, I appreciate your realism more than anything. So thank you for coming on and just being honest and open with us about everything. And I hope you have an awesome fucking off season. We'll be checking in with you regularly.
I appreciate you guys. I'll be on anytime you want, man. Love you guys.
All right, brother.